We will refer to our fancy graphics now and look at the week 2 schedule. What stands out for you here, Colin?
Well, the Battle of Ohio, Baker Mayfield, Joe Burrow, again, I think is fascinating. I don't know what to make right now of the New England Patriots. And so when I look at the Patriots schedule, in the first month, they're at Seattle and they're at Kansas City. And I think Seattle's going to be the best team in the league. I think it wasn't for cluster injuries last year in the backfield. I did not buy Seattle last year. They blew me away. Many of their rookies played well. They will not have that kind of injury-riddled backfield. New England, I mean, you're talking Jarrett Stidham. They've lost their 2 best playmaking linebackers. I look at New England's early schedule. That is a tough game at Seattle. I'm not sure how winnable that is. I think Seattle and New England for a year are going in different directions.
Pete Carroll, always motivated to play his former team there. But, wow, you think Seattle's going to be the best team in the league. All right. Record this. We'll play it in week 8 of the football season. What stands out for you, Schlereth?
Well, I love the Seattle pick. I just love the way they approach the game. Pete Carroll knows exactly what he wants to do on the defensive side of the ball, and they are committed to bringing back 90s football. They're going to run. They're going to set up play action. They're going to push the ball down the football field in that fashion. I think there's 2 games here that really stand out to me. Baltimore versus Houston. And Baltimore splashed on the scene last year. I still don't know that people are going to be able to catch up to what Baltimore is doing because they turned the league on its head. They were a condensed heavy formation that played like a spread football team, but it was a spread run football team. And they do such a phenomenal job of getting extra blockers on the front side to where they're running their quarterback, they're running running backs, and they're getting 5-on-4s. They're getting 6-on-4 matchups in their running game. John Harbaugh told me middle of the season, we're turning the NFL on its head. There hasn't been a new passing concept developed in this league in 20 years. He goes, but we are developing running concepts that nobody has seen, and we have them stockpiled. We'll have them stockpiled through this season and into next season. So what they do, the way they bully teams, that's an incredible football team. Obviously, they got, sniped there in the playoffs a little bit. The other one I look at, Kansas City and L.A. Chargers. I think the L.A. Chargers, and I'm with you, Colin, I think that's a really good football team. And having talked to Anthony Lynn, my former teammate, the head coach, I got a sense, he didn't say it to me, but I got a sense that they felt like last year they would have been a playoff team with Tyrod Taylor.
Yep.
Instead of Phillip Rivers. They felt like Tyrod Taylor, what he did in the boot keep game, what he could do running the football, what he could do threatening the edge of a defense in some of the read zone stuff, they would have been a football team. They'd have been able to overcome some of their injuries on the offensive line, and they would have become a playoff football team had they been able to make that switch, but they just couldn't do it because Phillip Rivers is flipping Phillip Rivers for crying out loud. So
a lot of
that's a really interesting matchup to me.
A lot of turnovers from Phillip Rivers, with all due respect, of course, but they failed to score more than 21 points, you guys, 11 times last year. You can't win football games in this league not being able to put points on the board.
For the best access, perspective, and personalities in all of sports, follow us at Fox Sports on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.